Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinions on all things sports, movies, TV, or anything else that's interesting. On today's episode, it's a special pop-up edition on Saturday morning. Carlo is probably still asleep, but I'm up, and a returnee to the show, Mike, is back. How's it going, Mike?
Good.
All right,
Glad to be back.
oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I've been having trouble cutting people off lately. I don't know what it is. I think this whole podcasting thing is getting to my head. I feel like I have the right to cut off anybody and everybody. So what were you about to say?
Oh, nothing. I don't remember. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So on this episode, we're just going to talk about a few topics that are prevalent to today's sports world. I mean, if you had anything else you wanted to bring up, Mike, I'm open to talk about it. But what's the first thing you want to discuss? I forgot what was on our docket for today.
We could bring up Boogie's first game back.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So yesterday, I think today marks a full year since he tore his Achilles. I think today it's a year today where he tore it. So yesterday was his first game back. So pretty much took him a full year to recover from that. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I honestly didn't think a full year was enough time. I thought that with his size, it was going to take longer for him to recover, but he came back and he looked relatively good.
Yeah, he was pretty mobile, but I can't really. I need to look at older games on how well he moved pre-injury because I couldn't tell if it's just how he moved normally or already.
From what I saw, he was moving well, but it wasn't like how he used to move, to tell you the truth. And I wanted to say that part of it was he's just out of shape. And another part of it was rust. I mean, he hasn't played basketball in a full year, so there's some game game rust he has to get over. And it, coupled with the Achilles, I feel like he's not going to be the same as he was, but I think he can get back to, because he's young, I think he can get back to 80 to 85% of what he was. Because Rudy Gay tore his Achilles. He came back really quick. And he's playing relatively fine too. So I don't think that he'll be too hampered. But my thing is, I don't know if it's going to be with the Warriors. You're going to see the full, recovered Boogie. And what I think they're going to have him do is just, be that big, not run any plays for him specifically, but, get boards, offensive rebounds, score, putbacks, pick and rolls, things like that. I wouldn't really try to make him, because if you don't run plays for him and just have him be like a super big, he won't mess up the offense at all. Yeah, because that's what I've been reading a lot of comments from Warrior haters that are saying this won't work. It will work.
Yeah.
People are saying it won't work because he's going to take shots away from the Warriors. And if the Warriors are a smart team, so I'm pretty sure that they know it's like, hey, what we'll do is, we won't run plays for you. Go get your points from putbacks. If you're feeling hot, you got a mismatch, we'll throw it down to you. It's just an option that the Warriors have never had.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they want to play with it.
But also, I think helps because it's not every game where Clay and Steph or even Kevin Durant is like on a hot streak. They also have they're just 2 for 14. So Cousins being in there, it's like a cushion. For any.
No, I like it because like you said, if they're gonna be cold, then they just have it adds more nuance to their game. I think their Cousins had hit a 3 last night, and that was the first time they ever had a big that can shoot. I'm pretty sure he's a better shooter than Draymond right now. Right now, this season, he's probably a better shooter.
Yeah, for sure. He made 3 threes last night. So.
Oh, he did?
insane.
That's crazy. I didn't know. I only thought yes. I pretty much only watched the first half. Because I pretty much knew that the Warriors were going to beat the Clippers, and I wanted them to beat the Clippers because that means the Clippers. I think they dropped out of the playoffs with that one.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
I think they did because I remember they're like one game. They had one game on the Lakers and the Jazz, so them dropping out, and so I think they're at ninth and we're at 10th. I mean, the Kings are at 10th, so I think they did drop out. And it's funny because Charles Barkley called that. He called it when they were number one in the West. He said the Clippers won't make the playoffs, and Chuck and Shaq and Kenny thought Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie thought he was crazy, but he was right. And
But yeah,
he called the Nuggets. He said the Nuggets were going to be one of the best teams in the West too.
yeah, which is a pretty good prediction because they're really not like all NBA. Yeah, maybe Jokic, but that's about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I agree with you because they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
So I thought they would make the playoffs like an eighth seed. You know what I mean? At the bottom of the barrel, like kind of
yeah,
like fighting for that eighth, seventh seed area. But
yeah,
they're like really well. That game, the last game they had against the Warriors, I feel kind of put things into perspective for them.
It wouldn't be interesting if Cousins reunites with Mike Malone, dude.
That would
Oh
be
man,
interesting.
it would be a super slow team.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's just weird to see him play because I don't know. I think he might. Does he slow you? Do you think he slowed you guys down?
A little bit, but I saw him run like actually he had like at least one fast break bucket,
Mm, okay.
which was interesting. Yeah,
It would, but there was some things the way he could slow you guys down too is there was one play where he got fouled. They didn't make a call, but he was like down in the court. He was still under the basket complaining.
yeah,
And I think Draymond got a technical foul from that because Draymond got mad too and
yeah,
started barking at the refs. So I think he needs to. And I thought it's just the first game, it's just first game.
yeah,
But I figured that he wouldn't do stuff like that because he is on the Warriors and he just doesn't want to mess up the flow. And
yeah,
for him, because I still got love for Boogie, I hope because I want everything to turn out fine for him. I hope he kind of nips that in the bud
yeah,
because the Warriors are a team that they could just cut. If it doesn't work out, they could just cut him tomorrow and be fine.
yeah.
So it's
But you
just,
know what? I think in like a playoff atmosphere, he'd probably know better and just like keep moving.
do you think he's never been to playoffs yet?
Dang. Hey, we'll see. I mean, I could see Steve Kerr putting him in a short leash if he acts up, and then during playoff time, I could see that.
I can see that too. That's the only thing. It's just like we've never seen him in the playoffs. We don't know. We don't know what he's like. This is his first year in the playoffs. Last year he would have made the playoffs last year, but he tore his Achilles. But that's why I'm excited for him. I'm excited. I
I
thought
think
it.
it's gonna be cute. Yeah,
I really hope that the Kings make the playoffs this year, and the Warriors are the first seed, so that it'll be like DeMarcus and the Kings. They got into the playoffs at the same time.
oh, man.
That'd be that'd
That'd
be
be a
kind of
funny
fun.
story.
That'd be pretty interesting. It would be a pretty interesting headline. Boogie and the Kings make the playoffs, but he's
Yeah.
not on the same team.
Oh, that'd be so trippy.
That would be weird. That would be weird. But no, but I honestly, from what I saw, I think it just makes the Warriors more of a monster. But I mean, they already. It's funny because like teams were kind of catching up to you guys this year
Yeah,
as far as schemes and things and being able to score. You guys were still head and shoulders above everyone else, but you know teams were catching up, coupled with you guys kind of making your way through the regular season, turning it on when you guys want to. So I would say from what I saw, games were more competitive. So I
yeah.
want to see how this changes that with the other teams.
Hey, the memes are out there.
The Infinity Gauntlet, all the Thanos memes are out there.
Yeah, have you seen the one with Steve Kerr as Thanos?
No, there's a new one. I don't know if I sent it to you, but there's a oh, let me see. I'm gonna send this one to you. I'm pretty sure I did send it I sent it to you on Instagram.
Okay, let
That
me.
one that was pretty funny. They got that one has like everyone in it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's yeah all the
That's funny.
memes, all the memes.
Dang.
Okay, so
Who's the guy with the blonde hair? Who the hell is that?
I don't know. It was the white guy, right?
Yeah, like I was like, I know everybody else but that
That's what I
guy.
thought too. I was thinking that maybe it was like it's probably Luca, maybe.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's a good segue, man. This is something I want to talk about. I think Luka Doncic might become the next hated superstar
Oh yeah.
in the league. I think he's the and it's not because he's a bad guy or anything or he's like cocky or anything, but the NBA has a way in the NBA media, they just have a way of shaping how fans look at a guy. And Luca gets so much love. All, too much love sometimes. And people tend to like it in the beginning and then they turn on it. The media builds you up so they can take you down. And
Oh, you think the hate's coming from the players or from the fans?
I think it's gonna come from both. Cause
Steph
like
Curry kind of thing.
nah, like not even a Steph Curry kind of thing. Cause like I would say it's gonna be more like a LeBron and a Blake Griffin kind of thing.
Ooh.
I think that's what we're heading down. Cause like check this out. I was watching him play. This was early in the season. This was when everything was like early in the season. Luca was like balling, and he was like making all these shots. And you look at the bench. No one on the bench got up. No one celebrated, and he was like making crazy shots in the fourth quarter. No one said anything. So I
From
was,
Dallas.
yeah. Dallas didn't say his
Oh
teammates
my
didn't say
god.
anything. And then there was one. This was like a funny one, but like Luca was trying to like he made a play and he like tried to dap everyone up, and like Harrison Barnes didn't dap him up, and DeAndre Jordan didn't dap him up, so he dapped himself up, and that was funny. But like
Oh,
couple like
dang.
I see those two things, I'm like I don't know. It's that there's something I see something there, and then there's the issue with him and Dennis Smith, and Dennis
Yeah,
Smith is liked on the team, so
yeah.
they don't work together. So like he's getting shipped out. So there's that, and then coupled with Mark Cuban saying, "Oh, everybody needs to go to Slovenia to learn how to play basketball." There's that, and Dennis Smith and Harrison Barnes didn't like that. And Harrison Barnes, he's like a mild mannered guy. He's not gonna say stuff like that unless you like really piss him off.
Yeah.
So it's like, so there's that, and then there's like the huge amount of like media coverage and fan support. There's like the media saying he's so transcendent and stuff like that, and it's only his rookie year. I think that's just building him up to fail.
Or yeah, it might be like LeBron, like, and he just keeps rising too. We'll see
But the hate still comes. You rise. You only can rise so far
for sure.
before you are required to win.
For
And
sure.
being required to win in the West is a lot different than being required to win in the East. Like LeBron was definitely able to ascend to those levels because he was in the East.
Yeah.
Like look at Anthony Davis. Like I mean, what was it like his fifth or sixth year? I think.
Yeah, he's pretty far in.
And I think like we're talent level and realizing talent. That's pretty high as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
If Luka gets to that level, just because you're at that talent level doesn't mean you're gonna be like in the finals or the conference finals.
No.
Anthony Davis he made the second round last year. The first time he's ever been the second round was
Yeah.
last year, and I think that was the first time he ever won more than. I think that was the first time he ever won a playoff game too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take
Um.
because I don't know if he beat you guys.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. It was always all close games.
Yeah, because I think every playoff game he's ever been was against you guys.
It's terrible.
So like, but I think I don't think he's ever beaten you guys. So in the West, it's tough to win, and I give him like 3 or 4 seasons
Yeah.
before before I say about 3 or 4 seasons. Once he gets his big contract, and he doesn't win or get deep into the playoffs, that's when the hate's gonna start.
You
Or
know they'll forget about him once the next draft class comes up.
oh, once Zion is there, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna remember him for a little
It's
bit.
gonna be crazy. But like, look, check it out. Like Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Think of rookie year. I know it was his second year he got hurt, but think rookie
Yeah.
year Blake Griffin. How much like every like news article, Bleacher
Yeah.
Report, ESPN, everything was about Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin. That people just started to hate on him like hard. Play especially he got so much player hate, and because he got so much coverage. You know, he was rookie of the year. He was an All Stars rookie year. The dunk contest, the commercials. People just really hated Blake Griffin, and that's the same trajectory I think Luka has. And I'll have a problem with Luka. I feel like
Yeah.
right now it's just too early for all these transcendent superstar comments. And I feel like it's only I feel like the media just builds you up to tear you down, and this is
Yeah.
they're building him up so high, and they're going to tear him down.
One little hiccup, it's over.
It's over because they're gonna talk about how he's getting teammates traded. Like it's just
Yeah. GM Luca.
yeah, it's gonna happen. Watch as soon as it's gonna happen. So I want the best for him, but I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna be the next great hated superstar. He's the next.
But you know what?
He's next in
a
line.
good franchise though, so we'll see.
And Mavs fans are trash.
Oh, the fans are trash, but like how the coach and how the GM kind of
Yeah, work together. Yeah, he's in a good franchise. I no doubt about that. But like I've been checking out the fan side of Bleacher Report for the Mavericks fans, and they're trash, man. Like last year, they was all on Dennis Smith Jr. They talking about how he's better than Fox, how he's better than Frank Ntilikina, this and that, better than Josh Jackson. They get Luka. Luka's great, and now they want to just axe Dennis Smith so quickly. I just feel like the turnaround is too crazy. What do you think?
But
You don't think that Dennis Smith is a starter, huh?
no, never. It's done. I think he's gonna be like at best like a sixth man, but that's about it.
Mm,
See him making his teammates better.
you don't?
And at his athleticism, he should be like at least like Marcus Smart, like super intense, locking people up on loose balls. But I just don't see that. Like he could make up for like lack of shooting.
Yeah, definitely. Because John Wall has that huge career. He doesn't really shoot.
Yeah.
He could. Yeah, Russell Westbrook's not a shooter, but yeah, you're right with the athleticism. I don't know yet. I feel like I don't know. I haven't seen enough Mavs games to make my decision yet. But I can understand that. I do know that fantasy you don't really account fantasy into like making overall trajectory predictions.
Yeah.
But I do notice that the players that you want on your fantasy team are usually the players that favor analytics, and you kind of can use analytics to as a coupled with the eye test. You take the eye test, you take analytics, and if both are pointed in the right way, then then you can make a good decision. And there's been some things, and I haven't watched much, but there's been some times where like the Kings have played the Mavs. I was like, Dennis Smith might not be that guy. And I dropped him on all my fantasy leagues because he definitely wasn't helping me out fantasy wise. So I mean, there definitely is a lot of truth to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just don't want to make that judgment call too early. But the Mavs, they're trying to bail out, so there might be something there as to what you're saying. What do you think about that? The Mavs. You think it's too soon for them to trade him, or do you think this is the right time?
I think it's the right time. I mean, unless you could like put him on the court more to like bump up his value, but I just don't see it. Like it's like he's like a car right now. The value is just
This is as high as it's ever going
on
to
the
be.
way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, unless he just like has like a really good summer all of a sudden and just
I really
gets
think that's
better.
I
But
really think that's what's going to happen. So where do you see him ending up?
um, I don't know because I just don't have a high stock for him, so I don't know what team would want him.
Right now, there's like two teams that need a point guard. There's the Magic, and there
Yeah.
is the Suns. Those two teams need
Ooh,
point guards.
yeah.
Like I
But
think,
you know what? The Suns are trying to draft probably like Cam Reddish or
hmm,
like some big name college player.
that is true.
He is like one of the top point guards for the upcoming draft. So
Yeah, that is true. I haven't really followed college basketball this year because we don't have a pick, so
yeah.
there's like no excitement in it for me.
But everybody's saying like the top three is coming from Duke anyway.
Probably you got RJ, Zion.
Reddish. It's funny because they're also rated like 1, 2, and 3. So
That's
I was like, oh
crazy.
shit.
But I don't think they're gonna win the. I don't think they're gonna win the Final Four. I don't
Oh
think.
no, I don't think so either. I think they lost twice already, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna get booted out. I think they get booted out before the Sweet 16.
I mean, amazing. And whoever beats them, somebody's getting drafted in
Oh yeah,
that
you
team.
have you
Yeah.
have to. Off, yeah, you have to. Like, I'm hoping the Kings like finesse some teams into taking Willie Cauley Stein for a pick.
Yeah.
Like, like that's
like a teens, mid teens.
I take a 20. I'll take a 20, bro. It's not even. I'm not even asking for much now.
You know, somebody would take that. Somebody would take
I just
that.
don't know who would because like I think his value is like at the beginning of the season his value was his highest, but people are starting to see he's not really anything. He's just a really tall guy. He
The
can
tats.
he can pass, yeah, with tats. He can pass and he can score around the basket, but not much outside of that. So I don't know. I was hoping I felt good going into the
Yeah.
season. I felt that we were definitely could get a pick for him, but I don't think we can get anything now. It's pretty much teams that want our guys for expiring contracts because we have a lot of guys that are on expiring contracts. So
Yeah.
a lot of ways for teams to shed make some cap space this offseason. And we got 59 million coming up this summer.
Hey, KD boy,
KD not happening. You know my biggest fear and why I'm enjoying this season and I'm not going to enjoy next season is I feel I've been watching a lot of First Take lately and they just keep on talking about KD and Kawhi going to the
Lakers.
Clippers.
Oh, Clippers.
That's just not what none of us needs that. You guys don't need that. I don't need that. Dumb Lakers fans don't need that. That's just too much. Like the Pacific Division would be way too hard.
Yeah, he needs to go to New York.
He needs to go to the East. All those guys need to go to the East. Kawhi needs to stay with the Raptors because check it out. The Kings are going to get better next year, so they're going to be good. They're going to be good. The Suns will eventually figure something out. They got Booker and they got Ayton. There's no way they can be trash forever. They're going to figure something out. The Lakers are going to get Anthony Davis. That they're going to be a contender. The Warriors are going to be the contenders and favorites no matter if KD's on the team or not. Kawhi and KD, that's another contenders. There's going to be 3 contenders in the Pacific Division and a fringe playoff team, hopefully us, and a team that gets better. That's like a bloodbath. That's just, for me, that's just not fun. That's just 16 games against contenders, man. That's not fun for me. So that's just like 6 already, or 12. That's 12 losses already that I can count on for next year.
So top free agents for next season's KD, Kawhi, Kyrie,
Clay, Jimmy,
Clay, Kemba, Chris Stapps. I think.
Yeah.
I heard about speaking to New York. I heard about the Knicks trying to get her a cancer. to get to prepare for getting KD
Yeah, that's
because
what.
Cantor doesn't like.
Yeah, I like they were. We were in the. They were the Kings were in the mix for Cantor. They were gonna trade Zebo
Yeah,
for Cantor to make just because they need rebounding and inside scoring, something we don't have, and then but that kind of fell through because the Knicks were kind of like, why would we take Zebo? Why would we take a player that's not going to play for a player that actually can play? If we want to just waive somebody, we can waive Cantor ourselves.
yeah.
And I guess Vade was like, huh, you're right. And he just backed out of it. So, yeah, yeah, there is truth to that. Cantor, I mean, he can. What do you think? Do you think they would get rid of him just so KD would join?
It's worth a shot because I mean Cantor's not gonna make them any better. So
Yeah, but I feel like if KD joined, Cantor would be like all over him. I feel like Cantor's just one of those guys that pretends like to be a tough guy.
yeah,
He pretends to be a tough guy. Everybody in the NBA knows no one's gonna swing. Like that whole thing with him and Giannis, I thought that was super corny. Like no one's like NBA fights are like I don't know. They're just dumb because unless you're
super watered down.
yeah unless
Super
you're
watered
like Brandon Ingram. That's the only person that if you that's dumb enough. Yeah, Brandon Ingram's an idiot for that. I know it's old news, but the only person that's dumb enough to punch somebody when you make money with your hands,
yeah.
like a painter's never gonna get in a fight with somebody because he's got to paint to eat. Like, why would you? I get like that's just dumb. And I know they got a guaranteed contract, but he's a rookie. He's on a rookie deal, and that shit's up. Oh, that deal's like over after like next year. That fool. What if that fool like severely broke his hands, and then he just never could shoot it the same again? But that's
Isn't this like his make it or break it year, sort of?
oh, he's kind of already
Like,
broke it. It's already broken, bro.
it's been in 3 years, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be KD.
Yeah, it's done.
Like,
Him and Dennis Smith could like hang out.
yeah, like I guess I never understood the hype over Brandon Ingram. Like, I get it, the specs are good, but you can't just say somebody's gonna be KD because KD was KD from the jump. Like, you don't need 2-3 years to become KD. You either are it or you're not. So I don't know.
So I've heard. Speaking of free agents, Draymond is going to ask for a supermax.
Well, he's definitely not gonna get it.
And then the local writer at San Jose newspaper was saying that the Warriors will be open to and I was just wondering what team would go after it.
The supermax for Draymond.
What team would try to trade for him because he's probably not going to stay in Golden State.
Oh, what team? I don't know, man. Because like Draymond, no disrespect, but I don't know if his abilities would translate well to another team. Like so much of his what he's able to do and the freedom that he has to do it is predicated on pretty much everyone on that team. Everybody's allowed to do what they want to do and do their thing to the fullest abilities because Steph is there, and that's not a diss on Draymond because I say that about KD, about Clay, Iggy. If Steph's not on that team, it's a different team. Steph's like one of the greatest players of all time. So it's like it's what he changes. He allows people to do certain things, and I don't know if Draymond's going to be able to do. I don't know if he's going to be able to replicate that level of success that he's had. I'm not saying he's not going to be a scrub.
He'll probably work if he goes to a team that has shooters too. He can't go to a team where nobody can shoot. So if he goes to Memphis, it's just going to be terrible.
Yeah, so he'd have to go. I think he'd go to the Spurs. I think the Spurs will work because he'd be like a Super Saiyan 3 version of Boris Diaw. That's the only team I could see. I could see him, but they would need like you said, they would need shooters.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have that with the team that I don't know if they don't have shooters anymore.
Yeah, they're just balanced.
Yeah, yeah, they are. So I don't know what team would really I think before they got Blake Griffin, I feel like Detroit probably would have took him and brought him home.
Boston.
Hmm. Yeah,
Huh?
I can mean. I mean, hmm. I don't know because like I just feel like they've been trying so hard to get Anthony Davis that it selling for Draymond is not the answer.
Oh, speaking of Anthony Davis, his agent was sitting beside the Warriors GM during the game.
Oh,
Bob
Rich
Myers.
Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Huh, huh, huh.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
That could it could be a thing where LeBron misses out, he loses to the Warriors again. He was
You know,
trying.
who I would, as a Warriors fan, I would let KD walk.
Like
Coming in,
honestly,
oh my god,
honestly, even if you guys don't get Anthony Davis, I would let KD walk and get like Tobias Harris. I feel like
he's got a deeper bench.
I feel like if you guys let KD walk and got Tobias Harris on a cheaper deal, and
Yeah.
was able to use the surplus of money to get people that can come off the bench, I feel like oh yeah, I feel like that'd be crazy. I feel like that would be. I feel like you guys would be unstoppable. I mean, you guys already are, but I feel. Like, I mean, I feel like that's a good way to not hurt from the
Yeah.
KD walking. Or there's. I think if like because I think I saw Draymond talking to Anthony Davis after one game or something like that. They had it on Bleacher Report, so that kind of crossed my mind if Anthony Davis went to the Warriors. Because we all know he's not staying with the Pelicans, and I feel like the Pelicans are so dumb that they haven't traded him yet. I feel like
Yeah.
they're so dumb. It's
Please
it's
on.
it's just like okay, like I feel like you had a chance to build around him, it didn't work. Just move on. And to me, I'd rather trade him to the East than have him in the West.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably would have traded him to Boston last year if I would have got if they would have gave me Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and some picks, I would have traded Anthony Davis last year. Send him to Boston with Kyrie. You probably would play them once a year. You know what I mean? You wouldn't really see him. You wouldn't see him in the playoffs. It'd be fine. And then they would win,
Yeah.
and then he would probably stay in Boston.
Hey, just send him to Cleveland so you can get Zion.
Hey, I just don't I don't understand why. Like I think a report came out and said that there's no way that they're trading Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It's so dumb to me, man. Because if they traded him like earlier this season, every team would take him because it wouldn't be like a year rental. It would be
Yeah.
like a 2 year. You got 2 years to convince him.
Yeah, I would trade him draft night. Wait to who has like the first pick and
Trade him on draft night.
yeah.
I mean, I probably would do that. I'm pro trading Anthony Davis if I'm the Pelicans because they messed up. They messed up when they first got Anthony Davis. Instead of just sucking from the jump and getting building a team through the draft, they traded for Amir Ashik and they traded for Drew Holiday and some other people, and they messed up their cap space. And then from that point on, they were just like trying to get marginal players here and there to surround Anthony Davis. They've never had a shooting guard, so it's just they just gotta call it quits. They had their run. They gotta try something else before they're gonna lose them for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be unrestricted, right?
He's unrestricted, so I don't know if I don't know the owner of the GM for the Pelicans, but
Yeah.
if Anthony Davis walks, he should get fired. Like if he walks and they don't get anything for him, fire him.
I don't think that's gonna happen. At the very least, they're gonna do like a Carmelo thing where they're gonna give him a super max. He can't say no.
Nah. He's just gonna get because he came out and said he doesn't care about money.
Ooh,
He said he just wants to win.
I don't know, man. What's it look like for him? Because I think John Wall is about to get like 40 mil or something.
49
insane. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think if he gets traded, it's like because there's a trade kicker on there.
Yeah, it's 15%.
and it gives out it's like 49.6. It's pretty much 50 million this last year.
That's
That's
insane.
money. And he'll probably be like 32.
It's so not worth it.
Another knee surgery probably by then.
Oh my god.
The deal hasn't even kicked in yet, and he's already having surgery again.
I don't know why they paid him so much.
It's because teams are stupid. Like, because I talked about this on another podcast. I questioned it. I think to Carl and Smash, what goes into giving a player a contract, and I feel like teams think that just because they draft a guy in the first round at number 1 or 1 through 5, and he becomes like an all-star, they feel pressured that they need to pay this guy the max to keep him. But they got to understand that, really, there's probably only 7 guys, maybe there's like 4 to 7 guys in the NBA that deserve the supermax. And other than that, there's like right now, to me, I think LeBron would get supermax, Steph will get supermax, KD will get supermax,
Russ,
Kawhi. You said Russ?
Yeah.
He has it, huh?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure if he got it.
Yeah. I don't think I would give it to him. These are the guys that I would give it if they're on my team. Those 4 guys are Russ. I mean, AD. I would put Anthony Davis on there, Kawhi.
Yeah.
And I think the guys look at then Giannis and James Harden. I would look at those 2. So those like 7. Those are 7 guys that I would give supermax.
That's it though. No.
Or that's deserve to me. That's deserving. Like, I mean, but if you're in a situation where your franchise player is like Joel Embiid, you're probably gonna give him the supermax if he's healthy.
He has like an injury clause in his contract, so it's kind of like a smart deal.
Oh yeah, you would definitely clause it up. Put as many injury clauses as necessary.
I think that's what the Wizards should have done with John Wall is put like a performance clause. Like if you don't make All NBA or whatever, you fucking get less money.
Every contract should have that. I feel like just because like I think every contract should have something like that. They should still get a large amount of money. Like, don't get me wrong. Like if you sign for a deal, you deserve the money. Like I feel like every player like I don't feel like no player is not deserving of this contract because you get what you're able to negotiate. That's like the rules of negotiation. If you're able to negotiate a $5 contract, you deserve $5. So, but I don't think that teams should be like hampered by these bad contracts, like the Chandler Parsons deal.
Yeah,
there's no way in hell Chandler Parsons should be making more money than you and I. That's like the one
thing.
But
you know what? That's punishment for whoever's dumb enough.
That was the Memphis Grizzlies.
But they're not winning right now.
It's first like it's just dumb. Like he didn't even do enough in the NBA to deserve that contract. But it's just I feel like but there should be some type of out for these teams to get off from under these bad contracts. Yeah. Not so much like the NFL. Like the NFL just cuts dudes. But there should be some type of, at least they don't have to pay them as much, or they can. Like you said, there should be some clauses that they're able to put in. Because, just having John Wall getting $50 million his last year, and he might be hurt. He quite possibly he could be hurt that last year. Yeah. Or like Chris Paul's deal. Chris Paul, what he got like 160 or something, 4 years.
But it's so crazy because everybody knew he wasn't going to be healthy
for the playoffs.
Gave it to him anyway. I'm just like, oh my god.
Like I don't understand what was the logic behind that.
I think desperation. Just like, oh my god.
So he's getting 4 years, 160, right?
I think so. Something insane.
He
got the max for his whatever. Not super max, but just the max.
That's the super max to me. That's $40 million a year.
Shoot.
And they play better when he's not there.
Yeah.
Like he's not there. It has unleashed James Harden to go on this crazy tear. which is horrible because I'm playing a dude that owns James Harden right now. So that dude is owning me because he has James Harden. You know what the sad thing is? I was the best player in that league, and I'm about to lose to this guy.
James Harden's
all
destroying people.
because of James Harden. There was one game where, like, I feel like two guys on my team they had pretty decent games. I got like 30. He got total 31 points from him. One guy and the other guy gave me like 25, and I think KD gave me 48. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool. That's like 100 something points. I look at this dude's score. James Harden gave him 93 points on his own. So that like it's just James Harden is my MVP for this year. I think we last podcast we did our MVP midseason awards. Who do you think is the MVP so far?
It's got to be James. Got to be James at this point.
Do you think do you feel that Steph and KD should be put in the MVP conversation now? If James Harden can win it, if James Harden can win an MVP with last year he won it with Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
If he can win an MVP with Chris Paul, shouldn't KD and Steph be allowed to be put back in that conversation?
I think Steph is in the conversation this year just because he's blowing up too. Mm-hmm. But I think that injury he had where he was just out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cost him.
Yeah, beginning of the season he was like the MVP.
Yeah.
Because he was just balling. But I feel like that James Harden won it with Chris Paul, so I think he should be able to. I think Steph and KD should be able to enter that conversation now when they're deserving, like when they have those MVP type seasons, they should be entered back into it. But right now, it's pretty much a race between James Harden and Giannis. I think Kawhi's third right now.
Yeah. For tomorrow's NFL games, Rams and Saints and Patriots and Chiefs. Any predictions?
I can tell you who I want to win. I don't know who's. I feel like I want the Saints to win because I don't like LA. I don't like any LA based team.
That's true.
My hate for the Lakers just seeped over to every team in LA.
I can't blame you because the Rams are kind of a transplant. They didn't really belong there in the first place.
So like I look at all their fans as bandwagon fans. So like I don't like LA. I don't like the Rams, so I'm going for the Saints.
Same for me. That's a good point. I don't like LA fans either.
They're trash.
For so long.
They're trash, and they're even worse when they're winning.
Yeah.
Chiefs. I don't necessarily like the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't like
Brady.
Nah, I don't like the Patriots either. So that series, I hope it ends in a tie and they both eliminate themselves.
I think so for me to be Saints and the Chiefs, I just don't like the Patriots. You can't Patriots.
No, I agree. Like I'm tired of the Patriots winning. So I'm hoping it goes Saints Chiefs. But but at the end of the day, I feel like history would rather have Saints Patriots. So you have a Breeze Brady, Breeze and I think that would be pretty cool to have Breeze and Brady go head to head in which might be like their last for sure. Breeze, this is probably gonna be like it has to be his last run or close to one of his last runs.
Because when if Brady makes the Super Bowl, he's gonna keep playing.
Oh yeah, Brady's gonna play for another 5 years if he makes this one.
Oh my God, he's gonna be like 46 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, he's gonna get that one hit that's gonna end his life.
He's gonna be a freaking vegetable.
Yeah, so I feel like, I want to honestly, I don't want the Patriots to win, but I do deep down inside want to see. It's kind of funny because you got the old guys versus the young guys. You got you got Jared Goff, the young guy versus Drew Brees, old guy, and then you got the young guy Mahomes versus Brady, old and young. So we could get an old man match in the Super Bowl or young man's match in the Super Bowl. But that game against the Saints, that game against the Rams and the Chiefs was I think it was the
Yeah,
best game of the season. So I don't know.
definitely.
Getting that Super Bowl would probably be pretty great too. So
Where is it anyway? Do you know?
I don't know. Let me check.
I don't even know what number Super Bowl this is.
It's in it's in Atlanta
Oh, okay.
again.
Was it? Is it?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. Wasn't it in Atlanta like when yeah, it was in Atlanta when the Patriots beat the Falcons.
Back again.
Yeah, I guess we're coming back. I guess yeah, if I remember correctly, that was like the last game that was gonna be played in that stadium.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a new stadium. They're playing in a new stadium now, so I guess it's a different stadium, same city. Uh,
Showcase.
so I think what I want Brady and Breeze to go at it in the Super Bowl, and I think it can happen. What the games are tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be watching
It's
those.
tomorrow.
How do you feel about the boxing match between Broner and Pacquiao tonight?
I really hope Pacquiao wins and retires. I have a feeling if he wins, he's gonna keep going.
I think they're
So
probably.
I'm kind of like, oh my god.
You know what? I feel like they're trying to set it up for a Mayweather Pacquiao too,
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
because Mayweather fought a small Asian fighter in tension.
Did
That's
you watch it? They put
I
it
watched-
on YouTube.
I watched the quick highlights. It was pretty much.
It was so fast.
It
was
pretty
like-
much. It was pretty much Floyd was like playing around until he got hit in the face and got mad. But that's the thing, though. Like, it was tension supposedly supposed to hit hard. So it's
Yeah.
like, what other Asian boxer do you know hits hard? Oh, that's Pacquiao. I was like,
he weighs like 20 pounds less.
yeah. I think so. That's what I'm saying. And then Pacquiao's fighting Broner, which is like a Mayweather cheap clone, like the great value Mayweather. That's what Broner is. So I feel like they're setting up they're both training
Another one.
for each other.
It's a terrible choice of intention.
Hey man, I thought he was gonna do it, man. I was pulling for
But
him.
you know what? It's so rigged because he's a kickboxer, so he's not always like punching.
Yeah, he's not even in his final form.
It's just like an awkward stance he had.
Yeah. I was watching him train, and man, he was like, before they fought, he was popping the bags. He's strong. Like, I'll give him that. I wouldn't want to get hit in the face by him.
Mayweather said he didn't really like game plan for him.
It's what it looked like. It just looked like he was just trying to play with them until he got hit in the mouth, and he said, "All right, let's go."
And then the funny part was it looked like a street fight. When I was watching it, I was like, "Is this real? Like, what the hell is going on?"
Dude, people didn't even know what was happening. I honestly didn't. I knew the fight was gonna happen, but like I didn't know it was actually happening until it was over.
I saw it on YouTube in like full uncut video, and I was just like amazed. Like nobody really cared about it.
No, it was just like I just saw it was like an ESPN ticker. Floyd Mayweather beats Tension, and I was like, well, wait, what? Like he beat him? They fought? It was just like I guess it probably worked for him because if he lost, nobody would have really heard about it until he was able to get the footage and hide it. You know, that's probably why he did it.
I heard Manny Pacquiao was you know how it was around New Year's.
Hmm.
I heard he was what do they call this? He was trolling on his Twitter or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, my 2019 I fight real boxers."
Oh yeah. I saw that. I was like, come on,
Like,
Floyd.
wow.
I mean, no, but I was like, come on, Pacquiao. You know, you wouldn't turn down like $9 million to train.
Yeah, for 3 rounds of boxing, $9 million.
Like people always, that's what I'm saying. Like I get the hate for Mayweather, but like when you have irrational hate, that's when I have a problem. Like you irrationally judge him for anybody for wanting to make $9 million in 10 minutes. No one's gonna turn that down.
No, not me.
Like even like I'm not 10 minutes depending on what the job is. You can't turn down you can't turn down
Yeah.
$9 million in 10 minutes. You know, as long as it doesn't compromise your dignity and who you are as a person, your moral your moral constructs, you're taking in 9 million.
That's funny. I like you had to put an asterisk.
Yeah, I did because like we both were like, yeah, we do whatever you say for not for 10 million or 9 million in 10 minutes. I'll do it. And I was thinking maybe there's some things we probably won't do. It's like I think
You won't do it.
yeah, I think I think I'm doing all right in my life. I don't really need to go do that. So yeah, so I don't have a problem with Floyd doing these cheap fights. I don't have a problem with him fighting McGregor for the amount of money that he made, or fighting Pacquiao.
He did get hurt in that fight.
You think he did?
He got a little, yeah. Mayweather got a little woozy, get a little grapple. He's like, whoa, 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 and then he just gassed out.
Yeah.
Gassed out. He wasn't ready for the 12 round of boxing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, McGregor gets gassed out in MMA matches.
That was actually the game plan for his last fight. Was just keep tiring him out till the last round.
With Khabib.
That was their game plan. After the interviews, after the fight, they just said that was the game plan the whole time, was in the later rounds.
Well, that looked like a slaughter, to tell you the truth. And I like McGregor. I think he's hilarious. I like all the loud, flamboyant fighters. They're hilarious. But yeah, that to me that was a beatdown. They're gonna fight again. I was like, I don't know why McGregor would want to. Like that, it looked like Khabib wanted to kill him, like for real. Like that wasn't like a normal fight. Like he was like trying to kill him, and then he jumped over the ring to get to his homie's suit. Nah.
So I haven't really seen it in the pod, but what's on the rotation music wise for you?
Music wise, I haven't really. I downloaded Future's new album last night. I haven't really listened to it. Um, what I've really been listening to is pretty much some music from 2018. Boss, his album.
Oh, Boss.
Yeah,
J. Cole's artist, right?
yeah. His album Milky Way came out, I think, like 3 months ago. So I've been listening to that a lot lately. It got some pretty good songs. There's a lot. It got a lot of good songs. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. So I've been having that on repeat.
Yeah.
Man. Other than that, it's just been like little singles here and there. I do like. Although the Tiana Taylor song single she has, "Gonna Love Me." That one's pretty good. I like that a lot. I like that. That one's been on repeat constantly since Christmas.
You know who I checked into, added on my playlist? Victor Oladipo.
Oh yeah, no, that album was really good.
I was like, wait, what? He could actually, I was like, wow, it's gonna stay on my playlist right now. Like, oh my god.
No, like
he's a decent one. It's with Lights On featuring Tory Lanez.
Let me see. Because I got that album over the summer.
Yeah, the production, I was like, wow, he actually might have real producers on his album.
Because
wasn't too bad.
Oh, let me see. Oh, this is the newest one, huh?
Yeah, the one with the BO.
Yeah. See, I'm talking about. I was thinking about the first one he put out in 2017.
Okay, yeah, I haven't listened to
that one. That one is good too. Songs for you. That one's good. There's about 7 songs on there. He has one with 2 Chainz, Eric Bellinger. It's a pretty good. I haven't listened to it. I didn't know he had a new album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
I was surprised. I was like, wow.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo is a talent. When I heard that, I was like, this dude, he's a talented guy. Let me check this out. So we got Eric Bellinger, PNB Rock, Trey Songz, Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna check that out.
He's co-signed.
I'm gonna check that out. Oh yeah, Punisher 2 comes out or it came out yesterday. I don't know if you're up to date with the Marvel series.
Speaking of Marvel, last weekend watched the Spider-Man with the fam. It was actually surprisingly was good. I don't want to ruin anything, but I liked it.
Oh the oh yeah, I need to see that. I need to see that. People are telling me that it's really good.
Yeah, it's legit. It's legit.
Yeah, they were after when I saw it in theaters, the trailer, I was like, it's gonna be trash. But
Spoiler alert though, somebody important dies in that movie.
oh yeah, I already know who dies. Peter Parker's dead, bro.
All of the above.
I
I
already
didn't
know.
realize how strong Kingpin was as a villain. Like he was laying some hits. I was like,
Kingpin,
what?
that's the ball guy, right?
Like, the big ball guy.
Yeah,
It's
like William
like
Fisk. Yeah,
what?
that's his name, William Fisk.
Yeah,
Yeah, that fool, because he's the main villain in the Daredevil series.
yeah.
So yeah, he is. He like growing up watching the cartoon. Um, the he didn't seem like that. I just thought he was some fat white guy with a bald head, but he's actually pretty strong.
Super strong. Yeah, yeah. I was like, wow.
So no, he is. I gotta check that out. I gotta watch that.
It's pretty good. That's my recommendation for the week.
All right, I see you. If I had
Nico and Spider-Man.
what I saw. Oh, I saw the Dragon Ball Z Super Broly movie.
Was that animated
Yeah, it was
on theaters or is this on Netflix?
theaters. It was dubbed. It was from the. It's like they pretty much redid the Broly
Yeah,
movie and made it canon.
yeah.
So they're gonna he's gonna be in like in the future episodes of Dragon Ball Super, like the new seasons. So
Nice.
it was a dope movie. I enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna spoil anything on for it, tell you any details, but it was cool. It was definitely cool. Someone bought my ticket, so I think a lot of that played into why I think it was good. I don't know if I would pay to see it because not because it was bad, just because I'm so used to watching Dragon Ball Z on TV
Yeah.
that the idea of going to pay something that I normally watch on TV
Yeah.
doesn't sit well with me. Like,
You already pay for it by watching all those commercials anyway.
exactly. Like, that's in my mind. I'm like, I don't know if there's some things that I can't watch and I can't pay to watch if I'm already paying for it on cable. Like,
So, when I went to the movie, I saw a poster for Captain Marvel, and I was like, I never heard of you.
yeah, I didn't know about her until like so like the Avengers at the end of Avengers last year, they like called her, and then every like Marvel comic guy was like, oh, that's Captain Marvel. That's Captain Marvel. So I was thinking that Captain Marvel was some dude, and I looked him up, and then it was just I was like, what? And she's supposed to be like super strong or something.
Yeah.
And then, which makes me question where the hell was she when all the other stuff went down?
Oh, when Thanos like made half of the people disappear.
No, even before that, when freaking the Chitauri attacked, they came from the sky. The Chitauri attacked. They came down. They were raining these alien monster dudes that were trying to take over New York. What was she doing? Like freaking Iron Man had to fly with like a nuke into like space and blow it up to save the Earth. And like she didn't even like show up. Like that's crazy to me. What was she doing during that time that was more important than saving? Like,
oh, what are her powers? I have like no idea.
I don't know. I just heard she's like super strong, like supernova strong. She probably
Superman
probably like a female Superman.
When I saw Captain Marvel, I was also expecting a shield. I was like,
oh, for their logo thingy.
Yeah.
No,
I guess she's totally unrelated, right?
No, man. Yeah, just because her first name's Captain doesn't mean she's related to Captain America. All these captains, man. But yeah. So yeah, she's supposed to come in and save everybody. I guess she might punch Thanos so hard that he just reverses everything and brings everybody back to life.
Gems back.
Yeah, because I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, because I don't know. I didn't watch the new Spider-Man trailer, because I don't watch trailers anymore. But just the fact that there's a Spider-Man movie just says that, oh, Spider-Man gets saved during the Avengers movie. Unless it takes place before Avengers, it takes place before last year's movie, or does the Spider-Man take place after this upcoming movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know why they did that. I think that's to me that's just dumb. It just kind of ruins. I know Spider-Man's gonna come back to life in this upcoming movie, but at least let me believe. Leave some doubt in my mind that, oh, Spider-Man might be dead. But no, they're like, oh, you already know Spider-Man's gonna come back in the next movie. Here's his movie that takes place after the Avengers movie. Check it out. I think that was just bad marketing. Marvel usually stays on top of stuff like that, but I don't know. Maybe I need to see the trailer. I won't. So until I see Avengers, I'm just gonna keep on shitting on Spider-Man's trailer coming out early, and I could be completely wrong.
Rebooted so many times.
Yeah.
Getting out of control. Jeez.
Okay, so we got about an hour or so, probably around like 59 minutes or so after I edit everything out. Anything that you wanted to hit? Because I know you gotta leave at 11:30.
Yeah. What else should we cover?
Yeah, I think we hit pretty much everything that's out.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll close out right now. So, any last word for the people out there?
Wise words. Wear your seatbelt and eat your Wheaties.
That's wise enough. And as always, stay unqualified, live uneducated, and we're out.